What's up, wrestling fans? You already know who this is. It's Mr. Team Brady coming from WCC. We are in here to talk about Raw tonight. You know, it was a good show. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it. We are uncut and uncensored. So we're going to tell like it is. Hopefully we don't take too long. Let's go around the whole entire room and just see what everybody's opinion is. Anybody can go first.
I got one question. Why you don't introduce nobody else when you do that? Just introduce yourself like you just the star of your show.
Look, your picture. Look. Let me answer that for him. Mr. Papa Smurf, your face is already on the promo. Why in the hell do I need to introduce you? Everybody know what kind of black coon you are. And I mean that with a K. I didn't mean to be disrespectful when I said that. I said coon as in K. You understand? But anyway, because he want me to introduce him, this is the White West, a.k.a. White West. He's hailing from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 532-000. He wants me to introduce him because he feels that because he's Clinton's best friend, he needs to be introduced.
No. Next time you introduce, I want you to introduce me as Loud Fast Smoking West or Lean Sipping West or something like that.
Heller. No, not at all. Negative. Anyway, we're going to get on to the show. Now, a lot of you fellas, ladies and gentlemen that has watched Over the Limit, knows that Big Show literally screwed Cena out of his match last night. So, we come on tonight. Big Show comes out there and makes this brilliant heel turn, and him and John Cena is going to face at No Way Out. Pretty much the stipulation is probably more than likely it's going to either be a cage match, B, a false count anywhere match, or it's going to be something in the Extreme Rules caliber. So, we're going to have to find out in the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks, we will find that out. I second that notion.
So, you know, am I enthused with this feud? Somewhat.
Only problem I gotta have with this, Big Show and Cena better not be the main event, because that's gonna be 6 pay-per-views in a row where he's been the main event, and he's not had no title.
Well, you have to understand, Mr. West, that John Cena is the golden boy, whether we like it or not. He's the golden boy. Yeah. He has to show up.
But
he has to be in the main event.
Now, I mean, with Larry Knight, okay, I understand Larry Knight is the GM. That should have been the main event. But come on out, the Big Show.
Yeah, Big Show. Big Show been in main events before. No one gives a fuck about him, but still.
Okay, nobody gives a fuck about him now.
But then if you look at it, there's really not a lot of main eventers that's on Raw right now. There's not a lot of them. So that's why they picking people from the SmackDown side and putting them on the Raw side or whatever and having this little feud. I like the little mix-up. I like it because they need it. Instead of Raw versus Raw folks and SmackDown versus SmackDown, how about Raw versus SmackDown? Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. They should have did that shit a long time ago. As a matter of fact, they should have did that shit at WrestleMania. I don't know why would they wait after WrestleMania to make these little storylines, but hey, it's cool. I mean, we're on the road to SummerSlam, so I like these little build-ups or whatever, especially Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. That's going to be interesting.
I want to see what I want to see. I don't want my boy Lesnar to show up. Lesnar needs to make an appearance within the next.
You just had that match dinner all summer long.
What match you talking about, Ro?
The CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. You dinner could do that all summer long.
What's good, Ro? Long time no here.
You gonna give him a shout out while we on the damn thing? Come.
What up, Lava? We're all cool all day long. Why can't I give a shout out?
You see, because you giving out shout outs to your co-signer in the back. I understand that you bought a car from him, but still, you don't have to announce it while we on the show.
Okay, you don't knock nobody. You just want the show to be all about you, Mr. Larry Knight.
Wait a minute. It was never about me. It was never about you and Clinton. It was never about you trending. It was never about me doing a show you can, giving you a black eye. It was never about that. You understand? But I didn't know that you was the co-pilot. If you wanted to be,
you come on every show on the air, you say WCC Uncensored show. This is your boy Christine Bring. You don't say W. You don't be like WCC is friends or WCC. This is Christine Bring.
WCC is friends.
Family.
This ain't Spider-Man. Look. Wes. This ain't Spider-Man and Friends. All right. This ain't nothing like that. Okay. How about we do it like this? How you doing, YouTube? This your boy, Mr. CAD, coming from WCC, and this is WCC and Friends. Do you know how gay that sounds? Anyway, we getting off subject. Okay, so
all right, we gonna get back on subject. We can't let the show go down like that. So we gotta get more than 302 views. We working towards 400.
So what did y'all think about the rest of the show? Anybody can
go. The whole jump to see the statement shit was pretty cool. Shit.
Even though I didn't get any points off of that, and by the way, we are playing WCC Fantasy League. And more likely, I've probably been dethroned tonight, so it don't really matter.
The best part of the show is when Santino came out there with that stock and got the you know what I'm saying?
Pop Rodriguez.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
Santino, you know what?
Santino finally did a real power walk for a change. I was like, thank you.
I'm serious. That is a Richard Simmons power walk. That shit is hilarious, dude. It's gay, but it's hilarious. It's funny. That's why I say I have no problem with Santino whatsoever. He is entertaining, unlike the rest of the Raw locker room.
No matter how much he sucks in the wrestling ring, he is very entertaining and very funny. Santino needs to stay.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. I would not be surprised that if by the end of next year he don't wind up getting at least one of them 2 titles because
man, hell no. You don't hold on. You don't let coons like that move up to get titles. You leave him where he's at. He's a coon with a C, not a K.
Thank you, Wes.
Really?
I appreciate it, bro.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
Now, I was wondering when Big Show came up at the end of the show, I was wondering where was Chris Tucker at because I was waiting for a Friday moment after Cena got hit.
You got knocked the fuck out? They're not going to say it on the PG show.
I know that, bro, but they could find ways to improvise it.
So so Maurice, what they gonna say? They gonna say, "Damn, Cena, you got knocked the heck out." That's really.
Oh no.
That's what we on.
They would have gave him a hell for it.
Tragedy.
I don't know. Yeah, but I was just like, did anybody just like jump when all of a sudden Cena turned around and get this? Just like, I was like, what the hell?
Right, they could have said. I mean, that would have been a perfect time. That would have been perfect time. You know, Cena got knocked the fuck out. You know, that would have been perfect. Seriously, if you want to build some ratings, I mean, seriously, how about you put an F-bomb, every once in a while? You can blank that shit out.
Yeah, I don't know. He was up there earlier. I think he was earlier.
I'm about to say, it ain't like they bleep stuff on live TV in the first place.
Right. I mean, if they bleak out ass, I mean, I know they can bleak out fuck.
Yeah.
You got knocked the beep out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You see how easy that is? I mean, you protect your assets, you protect your stocks, you protect the kids, you protect Kmart, Walmart, Target. Come on now.
But you know what though? They really can't do that because it's live.
Wait, and how many times did they bleep The Rock last? Now, how many times did they bleep The Rock last year when he was getting ready to say so?
That's because The Rock is predictable. You already know when his cuss word is gonna come. The Rock. That's just predictable for The Rock. This is just damn near predictable. But anybody else is not really predictable. Because Rock pretty much gonna tell you like, yeah, I'm gonna say ass, I'm gonna say bitch, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say fuck, I'm gonna say damn, I'm gonna say everything. The Rock really used the whole cussing vocabulary.
I mean, that's almost something like Stone Cold. You know he go cuss when he get on camera.
Right.
So that.
I don't know why Cena is like afraid to like say a cuss word like every once in a while. I mean, he had to cuss when he was dealing with The Rock, but I mean, shit, it's that thing called inconsistency.
He's the Green Lantern. That's why the Green Lantern's not going to say no cuss word. This guy.
Why not? I mean, I love what the WWE is doing with Cena. Like everybody hates him, so now they want everybody to feel sorry for him, and it's working.
I don't feel
it's working. Keyshawn Jones, welcome to the conference. How are you doing, sir?
Who? Is that TYJ? TY2J?
Motherfucker, no. Calm your ass down.
Now we should have stuff. Thought you had to go back again.
Crazy. Anyway, welcome to the show, bro. Why? Since you a new member, what did you think about the show?
Hey, it's Shannon.
Man,
hey, Shannon.
I can't say much. It's pretty much a dry. You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
Like, okay, last week we all seen John fire Big Show.
Mhm.
If you didn't see that one coming, okay, Show will help out Johnny. And we'll figure out, John and Show's gonna come out and, run their little game, say, well, I have to get my job back. Of course, Show's gonna go ahead and help John.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, like we were saying, before you and Shannon came in the room, this feud can be it's going to be a little bit, I don't know, what's that word I'm looking for? Dry, maybe. I mean, because Big Show and Cena have had a rivalry before. That goes back to WrestleMania 20.
Remember when he and fought both them niggas on his back? That shit was incredible. That's what y'all did in the
I was gonna say, how many times have these two had a rivalry? Because I'm counting at least 3.
They had about 3, I want to say, so far.
3?
Because like say back at WrestleMania 20 when John had his first piece of the gold.
But you all know what's gonna happen, right?
Okay, you're right.
I'm going to look at my global and my data UE bar, and I'm going to tell you all the future. John Cena will beat Big Show. Big Show will get into it with Larry Nine. Larry Nine's going to talk some shit. Big Show's going to knock him out. And get fired again, probably.
That's very awesome. Tell us more. Do you think? Wait a minute. I wasn't being an asshole. I'm just asking you, since you have a crystal ball in front of you, like you said, Tina from the Royal Rumble. Can you please tell us who is going to be fighting at SummerSlam?
I can't see that far to the future.
You said that you can read into the future, Coon, with the K.
The ball. Let me spark this blunt up and fill the ball with more smoke, and then I will let you know who will be fighting at SummerSlam.
Oh, I could have swore you said something about LeBron. Never mind. Anyway, going on.
No, he said fill the ball up with smoke. That's what he said.
Oh, ball with smoke. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that last part. Okay. Does anybody else have an opinion about Raw or last night at, what's y'all intake or whatever?
Daniel Bryan and CM Punk stole the show.
Amen to that, man.
Yeah, last night they did.
Man, that's probably the only match worth last night.
Yeah, you have to say, you got, Ring of Honor is best.
One at a time.
What's good, bro?
Keep going.
Huh?
Keep going.
I'm on my way to my mama's house.
Wes, can you go away from the phone, brother?
All right.
I'll wait my time when I'm in the conference because some jackass always cuts me off anyway. So.
That's because you so soft-spoken, Fresh.
Because I'm
But
trying
that's
not to
cool.
be rude anymore. I'm trying not to be rude anymore because everybody say I'm rude. I don't
But
wanna be rude.
Fresh, you're rude regardless. But you have the floor, sir. Continue.
So over the limit was it was what we all thought it would have been. It was crap. We all knew that the Big Show was gonna come out, swear, John Cena. This is only like do 8 million the heel turn. I don't even know why they keep trying to do it here. He sucks either way it goes. Why don't you just quit? But that's my opinion on the Big Show. I mean, but you know, I guess you got to keep John Cena busy because it's gonna be a minute before they put dude back in the title picture. So I mean, I guess it worked. I mean,
so what do you?
Okay,
Go ahead.
No, what was the question?
No, my question to you is because you're a John Cena fan. Do you think that the shit that the WWE is doing right now, you know, getting us to feel sorry for John Cena is actually working? And how would this benefit for the road to SummerSlam?
In a way, if they do it right, it benefits everybody in the locker room because although Cena will still be the headline and he'll still be the main event because that is your moneymaker, it's allowing you to give those other guys who would never get a shot to take that opportunity. Like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk was the match before the main event, and they put on a great show. Now, like CM Punk said in his promo last night, if you would have said that 5-6 years ago, this man would have been like, who the hell is Daniel Bryan? Who the hell is CM Punk? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all know Cena and Big Show are going to main event, but this gives you that opportunity to work with what talent you got and see who can step up and be that next guy. And I like the one that CM Punk has got because it allows you to insert anybody in the title match now because CM Punk is a wrestler and he can work with just about anybody.
Mm-hmm. But don't you think that's kind of stupid? But don't you think it's kind of stupid to have the WWE title second to last?
I mean,
superstar though. He's a superstar, bro.
In a way it is, but in a way it's not because wrestling is not traditional as it used to be. So it's not about the title being last. It's about your superstar and your moneymaker being the main event. Like, and you know, even since the Attitude Era, it's always been like that. Whoever is selling tickets, you will go on last. Like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker were never champions, but they main evented countless pay-per-views because that's who's, you know, making money. And, you know, Austin didn't have to be champion to be main event. You know, Rock didn't have to be the champion to be main event. It was about how hot the feud was and who was selling the most tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether you pay to boo John Cena or you pay to cheer him, you still buying the ticket. So, of course, he is going to headline pay-per-view after pay-per-view, no matter the outcome of the pay-per-view, because that is the golden boy. Just if he took a fall and went down, it would be Randy. Or you got to put Punk in that position. So, you know, I mean...
Okay. Now, you said something about drawing money.
You just made all good positive points. I'm not going to lie. Everything he just said...
Now, let me throw this question back at Fresh now. You just said something about drawing money, that, you know, whoever draws the most money is going to be in main events. I believe that everybody was watching, you know, over the limit last night, and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan pretty much made every wrestling fan dream come true. We wanted a wrestling match. I believe that was one of the best wrestling matches I've seen in a long, long time. I said this last night during the show. Now, say, like, if they draw more money than Cena, perhaps, do you think they will put that match in the main event versus Cena versus Big Show?
No, because Cena draws more money than both of them together.
Right, but see, If ever the day comes that any wrestler makes more money than Cena or has more power than Cena, they will go on last, and Cena will not.
That's not happening no time soon, brother.
But cause you got to look at the structure of certain things that they do in wrestling. Like, depending on who it is, they will go on after Cena because they have more power in it. Like, the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Cena was the WWE title match where he was not the main event.
Yeah, it was still fucking Triple H.
Right.
But Triple H was there, though. That's why, though. It's Triple H.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so Triple H got more structure than Cena, so of course he's going to main event. He's going to go on live. You know, and we all know Triple H don't sell more T-shirts than Cena, not no more. But,
Okay, fair enough.
If it ever comes a day where Punk and Bryan become a bigger draw than Cena, then yeah, Cena will gracefully be the undercard to the main event.
But you basically saying that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
It's just that Daniel Bryan's not a bigger draw than Cena. Like CM Punk is at that level.
Right.
Daniel Bryan's not a big enough star to do that.
Well, I you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Daniel Bryan, had this been a year ago, I will agree with you. But I think Daniel Bryan is really onto something, especially with that yes chant. The yes chant. I keep saying that yes chant is hot, and he can really.
Is that gonna get him enough to push him over to be at a Cena level? Like if you look at it, last night, everybody in the front row there had a green shirt on. Motherfuckers was rooting for Cena. People probably wanted to see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. The motherfuckers was there to see. I want to see John Cena kick Larry Knight his ass.
I will give Daniel Bryan credit
really wanted to see
because he has the single biggest word, and I'm going on record saying this right now. Are we being recorded? We're being recorded?
Yes, we're being recorded.
Daniel Bryan has the single biggest word since Austin's what? And it was 3 laps. It was yes.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, fresh on the money tonight.
But once again, though, John Cena made it hot during his promo.
Right. Like, if Daniel Bryan was a big star back when Bret Hart was wrestling, then Daniel Bryan would be in the main event every night because it was about wrestling.
Yeah, back then he
was so big, because it was about wrestling. Now it's
he reminds me of a new version of Chris Benoit.
Right. Like, as you see what Cena did to Laurinaitis in his match, that match was about entertainment. So, of course, you know, that match was funny all the way around the board. So, I mean, wrestling ain't about wrestling matches no more. Like, when's the last time wrestling, a pay-per-view, been about wrestling matches?
Yeah.
With the exception of WrestleMania?
Yeah, but let me say, that is true, though. He's not lying, because I was watching wrestling with my mom, and she wanted to see John Cena fight because she said she liked his movie, and then she wanted to see David Otunga fight because he was Jennifer Hudson's wife. And she was like, all these motherfuckers do is talk. And she's like, well, do they really wrestle? I'm like, shit, it's not really about wrestling no more. They more about entertainment. I'm like, yeah, you'll see a couple matches, but they sit there and crack jokes and talk about each other more than they do wrestling.
I will say by next year, sometime next year or the year after next, Daniel Bryan will be a main event. I mean, he's getting good on the mic. He's got a catchy catchphrase, and he can wrestle. So,
he just got to stay heel, because when he was a good guy, he was sucking. I mean, he still was a good wrestler, but as a good guy, he wasn't that.
You know, I wouldn't really call Daniel Bryan a heel per se, because he get face and he get heel reactions. So I would probably call him like a tweaker, but I believe, yeah, like you said, probably sometime like next year, I believe he's going to be a bona fide main eventer.
I really feel that.
So bad. I mean,
Daniel Bryan. I think with Daniel Bryan, you know, like the brother said, you know, everything that he said was true. Right now, he'll eventually be a main event. He's going through what Bret Hart was going through, you know, back in the, you know, in the 80s, going in the 90s. You know, he has the talent, but until he gets that point, and like he said, by next year he will be in a main event. But I don't see him like, you know, headline with anybody like John Cena. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't either.
Closer
He might have a line
to main eventing like that ever again is with, with CM Punk. It's just kind of like in TNA. You got AJ Styles and Chris Daniels. Those two work well in an actual wrestling match. So that's my opinion on Daniel Bryan. That's how I feel. He's good. You tell he gets that peak, he'll never match up to John Cena. But if he does, my hat goes off to him.
But man, I just tell you like this. I feel he's not WWE material. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but Daniel Bryan, he just not what Vince McMahon be looking for. He not who they try to make their superstars, basically. We'll see him be talking about. He not the type of dude they want to make a big superstar like they would do with somebody like a John Cena or how they try to do Ryback or somebody like that. He not what they be looking for. Like,
first of all, Ryback, I can tell you now, he's not going to be the next John Cena. I'm gonna tell you why.
I ain't saying he's gonna be the next John Cena.
No. It's just. No, I'm kind of piggybacking off of what the internet has said before about Ryback. They said that he's going to be the next John Cena. I totally disagree. I believe that he's going to be the next Goldberg. To be really honest with you. No, the reason why I say that. No. The reason why. The reason why I said the next Goldberg. He's going to be hot, and then he's going to drown. That's why I said he's going to be the next Goldberg. I don't believe he's going to be the next Cena. If he's going to be the next Cena, I will be very, very surprised.
I mean, so as you saying the next Goldberg, so you see him being World Heavyweight Champion or something? Because Goldberg
it's a possibility. I won't rule it out.
Yeah, he's saying more like he's going to be like a Flash.
Okay, even like this. Do you see him winning WWE Championship, though?
No. I see him win. I see him winning the World Heavyweight Championship. As a matter of fact, I really feel that he might even get to the point where he's gonna probably feud with either Orton or Sheamus if he get that far.
You know what? And I said the exact same thing. Ryback. He's gonna be a rising star, but he's gonna fall real quick. Like the only way he'll ever be accepted as a real contender for any major title, that's either WWE or World. My thing is like I see him, feuding with Sheamus, probably at the heel, beat Sheamus, and then go on to messing with Orton. But I'm gonna take it back. He may even have to feud with Kane. Mess with their powerhouses later, just start feuding. Don't even worry about, a major title, until like maybe next year around, say, I don't know, the Rumble or even the Elimination Chamber. Ryback, he's not going to be a Cena, like you said, he won't be a Cena at all. He don't have that strength, that charisma.
No, he really don't. He kind of act like a Batista. You all power, but no brains.
Maybe need to be pushed. Well, he was already part of the stable, but shit.
Yeah, exactly. He was part of the Nexus, and like he got his ass beat by Cena, and disappeared for almost a whole year. And everybody, the internet, and the people backstage at these wrestling events was talking about him. I forgot his real name. You have to excuse me on that. But they were all talking. Exactly. Thank you. They were all talking about him, coming back. He's going to come back. He's going to come back. Well, now he's back. He is making an impact, but he's not going to be making an impact like Cena, Orton, Sheamus. He's going to make
not many
impact.
people do.
But Sheamus made a big impact with Orton and Cena. Orton and Cena paid their dues. Like, they came from an era where it wasn't just hop in win the championship. They paid their dues. I mean, they won Intercontinental, United States champion. They went from, they earned their way through the steps. They climbed that ladder.
You know what's interesting about those two? Them two, along with Batista, all made their debut in the same year, and all on the same show.
It was they had to pass the torch at least somehow.
Cena was on SmackDown, wasn't he? Batista started on
SmackDown.
Yeah, Cena started on SmackDown.
He was on SmackDown. He started on SmackDown. Orton and Batista started on Raw.
Batista started.
No.
No. Batista, Batista said it, because he started with Devon. Yeah.
As his deacon.
They all made their debut.
Actually, before he became Triple H's workout buddy, he was actually about to be released. Soon before he became Triple H's workout buddy. He was.
Well, he was all God gracious then when he came Triple H.
Oh, so he must have been sucking a lot of ass, huh? And I didn't mean to be disrespectful, by the way, when I said sucking ass. Sorry.
Like big dudes.
I'm just saying.
He was a
I'm just saying.
material guy.
But like I said, just like how Sheamus got in that position, he became Triple H's workout buddy, probably butt buddy by that. I don't know. But all I know is...
Maybe they shared stuff.
And by the way, I wasn't being disrespectful. It's trending worldwide. Sorry about that. But it's a constant trend, like, you know, Batista. He became Triple H's workout buddy. Sheamus, he was Triple H's workout buddy. It's a constant trend. Seriously.
So
he's wrong for helping his friends out?
His friends? If you suck a lot of ass, of course you're gonna be somebody's friend.
Exactly.
How you know they suck your ass? How you know they don't like the way they work out together?
I mean, come on now. You
like he's just kissing ass or something. Like maybe he did shit. Triple H felt like you ready, man. You know, I'm gonna take you under my wing and make you the type of wrestler I was.
But by the way, you're gonna have to come to my kiss my ass club.
Man, don't mean he gotta kiss his ass club, man.
Hey, at least he doesn't do it publicly on TV like Vince did.
It's really not even like that. Triple H said it himself. Only reason why Sheamus got that push is because Sheamus would show up on days that he didn't even have to work on house shows. He'd show up ready to work. Who? Sheamus. He said that Sheamus would show up like literally on days where they have house shows and Sheamus wasn't even scheduled. He'll show up ready to work. That's the only reason why he got that push like that. And that's kudos to Sheamus. But then at the same time, too, he's Triple H's workout buddy. They sit there, they pump weights. It was like, we're going to do like 15 sets today. We're going to talk about your push.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people with Triple H workout buddy. These people that's John Cena workout buddy out. You see them motherfuckers on pushing.
But then also, too, if you don't have a body...
they don't have as much power in the WWE like the game does. So it's a little bit different.
Right, because the game has so much fucking swagger, it's ridiculous.
So I guess the game 11-time world championship is all just because he.
No, I mean,
you know what? We're not gonna get into that because that's a controversial state. So I'm not gonna even.
No,
I'm not even gonna go there.
Hold on, all I want to say is that.
Although I will say one thing about Shane.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
If you look at his independent stuff actually isn't too bad. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the stuff that he does in WWE, he actually is more capable than the WWE is letting on, to be honest.
Even if Triple H had never married the boss's daughter, which I'm not knocking him for doing it, that was very smart because he damn near.
Yeah, that was a good business move.
Right,
that was a good business move. So what he do? He put his. So what he did? He made a deposit on his career. That's what you're saying?
Right.
By getting the pussy?
His career, I'm talking about his bank account. I'm not talking about his career. I'm talking about his bank account.
Yeah, his bank account was in Stephanie.
Yeah, because he needs to come up, and now he's running the company. What did you say? So it wasn't a good business move? Well, let's finish talking.
Go ahead, Fred.
Even if you take away with Triple H, if you take away his personal life, Triple H still has talent.
I'm not knocking that.
He still would have been a 10-time champion even without even meeting Stephanie. Even if he never made any contact with Stephanie, he was just that good. If this was just that high on dude, that he would have still been up there.
I agree with that shit. I feel the same way. I feel she has shit to do with that. That was all based on due talent.
I wouldn't say.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
He would have still been up there with the best of the best that came in that era. Even if he not slept with the boss's daughter. I
mean, shit, he was fucking with Shawn Michaels hard. He had to learn something.
But some people kind of disagree with that one.
Up in the background right now. I just heard somebody mention it. That don't forget who Triple H used to run around with back in the day.
Right.
The Click.
And that is the biggest part about wrestling. Like, it is very rare that when you come in the game, you make that big of an impact that you get noticed on your own ability. Everybody knows somebody, and everybody had a hand in somebody's career. Orton wouldn't be Orton had Triple H not handpicked this guy. Like Triple H said, you gonna be the guy. You gonna be in Evolution. You and Batista.
Actually,
you two of the future. But I'm just saying,
remember the whole push Austin got?
He damn near was telling the truth, though, because they damn near were the feature till Batista fucked up, but shit, it's all good.
Right, and I mean, like, everybody has had a hand. Like, either you had a hand in somebody's career or you had a push due to somebody mess up. Like, Austin's career is a good example. He wins the King of the Ring because Triple H gets suspended for 6 months.
I was about to mention that. That's right.
He got stood out. Austin is King of the Ring now because Triple H does the curtain call.
With Steve Austin. Steve Austin also admitted that he learned talking promos from Brian Pillman. He said Brian Pillman helped him build his promo skills up. Hollywood Blonde.
Right.
So
but I'm saying though, so Pillman helps Austin with his promos, then golden opportunity. Triple H gets suspended. We're gonna go with Austin. So it's like, it's very rare that like you just that big of an impact that nobody has a hand in your career. Like, if Triple H said, "Hey, Fresh, let's work out," shit, I'll do it too. If I know in somewhere in life I'm gonna get a push out of this, and I mean.
And you probably would, do like mwah mwah a little bit, just.
I mean, no, it's not about that.
Actually, it ain't about that. We're trying to make it think of what it is. You would be on Triple H asked to be your workout, but you would be like, hell yeah.
If Sheamus would have killed that much ass, his first WWE title reign would have been valid and not by accident.
Well, I mean, look, he can't help that Cena's clumsy in the bitch, man.
Cena flipped off the top rope. He wasn't supposed to win.
Hey, Cena was clumsy, straight up. If it wasn't for them damn sneakers, he wouldn't have never fell off.
He put a big show.
But you know, Sheamus is one of those guys where it clicked. Like, Sheamus had the Brock Lesnar thing. It worked. And you put a young guy in there and you see what he could do, and it was magic. It worked.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, I was reading E-Wrestling News and some other sites that Brock Lesnar is not a bigger draw like people thought that he was going to be. Do y'all agree with that?
After what happened
don't get me wrong. My thing is with Brock Lesnar, like, all of it is true what Edge said. He took his ball and went home. And he tried to do major things in other sports. So when you come back, you expect us to have you with open arms like The Rock or Stone Cold. Nah, brother, you went and left. Like, you bounced, went ghost. We see you on UFC. Do we really want you to come back? Nah, we good.
I can't believe we even asking this question. Brock Lesnar.
Wait, what was the question?
Happens to them?
I missed. What was the question?
Brock Lesnar. Is Brock Lesnar like?
He didn't though. He didn't.
He was
really
saying that he was
like
that he was going to be a big draw when he came to the WWE. Do you think he's still a big draw now?
Now, certainly him losing an Extreme Rules doesn't help matters.
It was 8 years ago.
Go ahead, Fresh.
If Brock Lesnar would have stayed and not left, maybe Cena wouldn't be as big as he got.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at everything Cena was or everything he is, Brock Lesnar fit that mold perfectly.
Sure
only thing Brock could do real good was he could flip between being a face and a heel. They've let Cena get too big as a face where they won't turn him heel, or they're scared of the negative effect he'll have on the kids that they won't turn him heel. But I mean, Brock, like Triple H even said it, that Brock coming back to the WWE, no one would care because he didn't do nothing when he was here the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he brought the pain.
Triple H stated that already. So it was like, you know, I mean,
Triple H just don't like him. That's it.
I mean,
I think Triple H don't really care for Brock Lesnar like that.
They never.
And that brings me back to my next point. I'm like, why the hell would you even, if he wasn't worth bringing him in the WWE and paying him at least $1 million contract, then why? And he's only gonna make 2 appearances per month.
Just to make him look bad.
One at a time. Go ahead.
When he first appeared on Raw, he made an impact though. Like they was deep about him. So,
right. When he came back, yeah, it was a big impact.
Motherfuckers was on his dick hard. Motherfuckers was cheering for him, all type of shit. Plenty motherfuckers was in the group like, damn, Brock Lesnar back, Brock Lesnar. Here comes the pain. You see plenty shit just popping up. The motherfuckers wasn't excited about that shit.
Because like I said before, Brock, you know, took his ball and went home. The only reason why Brock is even back, to my opinion, is the same reason that Kevin Nash came back for that little bit of time, because they have that thing called a legend contract. And the thing is, Brock, yeah, he did set the standard.
All about the money.
Technical difficulties?
I think
AT&T?
I
got AT&T.
You said as a wrestling fan, like, especially when you
go ahead,
wrestling, for a certain amount of time, like, you get spoiled and you fall in love with what people used to do, and when they show back up, you expect them to relive what they did 10 years ago. And I think that was where people went wrong with Brock. Like, when Brock showed back up, you all, well, not maybe y'all, but everybody expected to see the Brock from 2002 and came in out the gate.
And whoever thought that was gonna actually happen, they need to really slap themselves, because if you look at it, Brock Lesnar is, first of all, smaller and he's sick.
Right.
So of course you're not going to get the Brock Lesnar of 2003. That's impossible.
Right. He could barely do his little dance on the apron. I don't see how he made it to jump on the apron.
Because when he first came back, I'm like, dog, Brock Lesnar jump on the ropes and get in this motherfucker. That nigga went around and caught it. I said, he can't do his jump no more.
No, he can't do his jump. Matter of fact, he can't do that little dance he be doing, that little, I don't know, that two-step or whatever.
He jig it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he do that a little bit. That do like a 10%, you know. But when it comes to that jump, he is not fucking with that jump.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, probably because half of his brain cells are still messed up from trying that shooting star that he did at WrestleMania, like in this match with Angle, and it's like.
I would have thought that, you know, that would have kind of ruptured his brain, and, you know, he would have done promos a little bit more better after that shooting star press. But I guess that
really fucked him up. But really fucked Brock up going to UFC and him wrestling with all them motherfuckers over there. Shit, that's why he can't do that damn step no more. Them motherfuckers beat his ass.
All right, okay. Before we go any further, hold on, wait.
And he is a former UFC champion too.
Okay, wait a minute though. Wait, hold on. Y'all gotta remember this though. This is the number one thing y'all leaving out the equation. He can't do all that wrestling stuff because he ain't been training for wrestling. Like, when you leave to go do a totally different sport, you can't expect for them to come back and be normal. Yeah, it's like saying when Jordan left basketball to go play baseball, his very first couple of games coming back, he wasn't the same Jordan that was busting ass while having the fun.
Clearly, look, when he was with the Wizards, he was nothing like he was.
Right. Over 45. And he changed his number.
Right, he went 45 because he knew he wasn't going to be on the same game he was on. It wasn't until he felt he was back to the 100% Jordan of the NBA did he go back to 23. Same thing with Brock. Brock is in his Jordan 45 stage right now, okay? Not jumping on dude's side or anything, but y'all tend to leave out factors like that.
Could he
like, dude
could
is
he
on
ever
his
be
Jordan
at that
45.
stage again? with the tuberculitis that he had with the sickness.
But here's the thing. Now that he's actually been back in the physical ring, he's actually dealt with someone who wrestles again. By the time he step in the ring with Triple H, then he going to be on his Jordan 23. Okay?
Freaking
so
nature.
give it a minute. I didn't say he was going to win. I just said where he going to be. I just said where he going to be. Speaking of losing, LA Show damn sure did that tonight.
Yo, hold on. I was just getting ready to say.
I have been watching that.
Yes.
I just wanted to say one time.
Yes.
Anybody got like a fishing pole because Kobe may need to borrow it.
Yes. Kobe gonna be chasing white women.
I need to text niggas and tell them they owe me.
You know what I gotta say to y'all Kobe haters out there? I gotta say this. Kobe got 5 fucking rings. That's all I gotta say. Kobe got 5
All right,
rings.
Kobe can have 5 rings, but it's not about 5 rings right now.
He ain't getting 6 this year.
That's all I gotta say. Kobe got 5 rings.
It's not even about being a Kobe hater.
Well, hey, Kobe 5, LeBron 0.
It doesn't matter about Kobe or LeBron.
Oh my God, man! I kind of create some controversy. God damn, my bad.
All BS aside. Hold on. All BS aside, though.
Hey, it's not going to matter what LeBron does the regular season until he wins not 3, not 2, not 5, but 1. 1 ring.
They're not going to get 1 because they're going to lose to Indiana. Indiana's going to figure them out.
See, y'all, this is what y'all making y'all mistake at. Everybody's always Kobe, LeBron. This is Kevin Durant's year, dog. Real talk.
Yeah, Durant.
I've actually agreed with that.
All Durant. It's Durant's year. Y'all can get off of Kobe or LB's nuts right now. It's all Durant.
BLA. So every time
LA gone fish. Hold on,
they're going to go on fish. General excuse though. Why is that? Every time Kobe don't succeed in life, Kobe got 5 rings. This ain't about past though, man. This ain't 2000.
He's trying to get 1 more, you know?
This ain't Shaq. This ain't who you had. This is what you're doing.
It's not the same squad, man.
If Kobe was that great, why does Kobe only have 1 MVP award? Why is Kevin Durant the lead in scoring for the last 3 years?
Then again, look at who he's been playing with.
Hey, but Kobe went down swinging tonight, though, man.
He's the most difficult player to hold in the NBA. He's 6'9" with a 7'6" wingspan that can shoot. That can shoot,
you know what,
go to the rack and do whatever.
You know what,
Hey, Kobe went down swinging, though.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're going off subject again. These buffoons, they up there talking about basketball once again. I am so sorry about. Oh, my bad. Oops.
Oh, she going National Geographic again.
Yo, are you breaking the fourth wall again, Chris?
Not at all.
Yes, you are.
Hey, let me take pause. I'm sorry, I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Right. I just clearly sat there and heard Chris break the fourth wall.
Man, you're using the fourth wall now.
That's hilarious.
Hit the mute button on everybody.
You're breaking it with a sledgehammer now.
Right. Clean in the middle of the conversation, broke the fourth wall. You know what, Chris?
I got to tell, but let's be real, though. Is there anything we're talking about overall tonight? It's like we might as well be talking about basketball.
No, not really. No, but Chris, before we go any further, though, this is really why I called in. I got to give you shout-outs on the show on Saturday. First of all, I didn't get a chance to holler at you, and, the pay-per-view and everything was on Sunday, so I didn't give a fuck about talking to nobody who wasn't watching the show. But I actually got to give you credit. The fourth wall, you actually used that on the show. Because dude was actually, like, all BS aside, Chris was using the sound bite like it was actually real people there.
Yeah, I had to admit, like, I was real with the Chris a couple times.
That was pretty slick.
Hey,
I didn't expect that.
He broke the fourth wall to the next fourth wall. I mean, he was like, I'm sorry, y'all. They were talking about basketball. Yeah.
I cracked the hell up because I was like, "What is that in the background?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, wait a minute, that's the yeah, he worked in the laugh track and whatever." And I was like, "I gotta admit, that was genius, though, dude."
Right, that's what I'm saying. If y'all ain't got nothing to do,
yeah.
I normally do. No, but for real, I don't listen to Chris talk because when Chris rambles, he rambles. But being his debut show, I had to tune in to make sure, dude was on his shit. But he was doing some things that I know for a fact he didn't come up with until the last minute because he didn't know they were there. So I got to give him credit for that. Like, clearly, that was actually cool. The way you do your show is pretty different than most people do their shows right now. So I got to give you credit on that. You know me, I don't give credit to your ass too often.
I know. Mr. Fierce Rival. That's fine. Just remember. Yeah, he's one of my personal rivals that I have against, literally. But he already know that I beat him in WWE 12, and I'll beat him again.
You haven't played me in WWE.
And again,
Wait a minute. Can we get a promo?
Once again, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Okay, so but yeah,
nigger.
Who you calling a nigger? Wait a minute, hold on. I know you just called me out. You just called me the N word.
Shout out to WWE 12 video game. Go get it at your local video game store rental.
Remember,
look here, you coon. You with the K.
Coon power.
Oh my God, only you.
Y'all are crazy as hell.
Dog. Why?
Hey,
Wes, you know the deal.
Hold on.
You know the deal. See, I would air your punk ass out on this show because your punk ass is trying to get wet. Wait, I'm breaking the fourth wall. Okay.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the crude humor. We got to add a disclaimer, but keep going.
I'm just so tired of you trying to get Clint in this motherfucking room. Wait, am I breaking the fourth wall again?
No.
I'm sorry.
Your discretion is live.
Who's trying to help do that?
I even mentioned
I'm sorry. I'm breaking the fourth wall again.
While we're breaking the fourth wall, did anybody see the Future Endeavor thing on Facebook, by the way?
Yes,
eliminated.
By the way, y'all probably want to know who Clint is, so
no, they don't.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, they know Clint is up by Clint. It was on the first episode of YouTube on here.
Yeah. I was going to ask that question, but I'm not going to ask
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
you got the floor. Go ahead.
I'm not going to ask a question, because you said...
No. I demand you ask that first question. Go ahead.
Say it now, man. Don't be scared.
Yeah, don't be scared. No, don't be scared. You wasn't scared with that shit. You can't do it.
Because I knew, and I do not know what's going on. Can you elaborate? Can you break it down for me?
Break it down for you for what?
What's popping off with the question about the clip?
Yeah, I really want to know what did he do? Like, I'm not understanding what did he demonstrate how he was gonna kill himself? Like, did he put a gun to his head? Did he try to hang himself?
Who's actually supposed to be talking about wrestling? And they up there talking about West right now. They up there talking. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. My bad.
Then I'm gonna ask this question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Revolution X. What is that? I'm thinking that it's a new stable coming in, but I just happen to look over it. It might be something new to the WWE Network. But can anybody tell me, what they think?
It's either Mr. Encyclopedia Maurice or the Professor Tone. I think you guys should probably answer that question. Because I don't know.
Class ended last week for me, so this is all you, Maurice.
Maurice,
I'm pretty sure it'll be Dean Ambrose. I mean, for what we know, it should be Dean Ambrose, but they also can put a swerve in there.
So could it be somebody from Florida wrestling, or could it be somebody that from TNA, or
it's got to be somebody from Florida, because anybody that comes in from TNA automatically has to go to Florida first. Like, they can't just jump right to the big league. You got to be like someone who already worked for the WWE to jump right to the top of the league. You still got to go through Florida no matter what. So it's got to be somebody down there. Now, the thing about it is since Rose's car accident, that little stable they were building together is semi-paused. Okay? Right. So what they could be doing is whoever this new person that's supposed to be coming in could be that missing piece that stable's supposed to have. Because like we always keep saying, that stable needs one more big name. So it could be. That's who could be coming in. That's just my opinion. But right now with the WWE, I don't give two shits. They trying to take over Monday anyway.
Obviously.
Have you seen Tyler Race and Kurt Hawkins are getting more TV time now?
Yeah, and the Jolly Ranchers too with them green ass draws.
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why that's happening. You know what? Here's the reason.
I mean, really, you really want your ass to be showing that hard? I mean, really? Green?
Man, really? Come out with green? What you saying?
Shut your ass up, bitch.
Well, here's what I come up with. This is the reason why they're getting a lot of TV time. First of all, you got to start pushing your young talent. In the summertime is when they always do that. Some of your most controversial things always happen during the summertime anyway, because you got to make people want to watch wrestling. Second of all, you got to feature these. That's what I'm getting to. You got to feature these cats because they're going to be the ones that open up that first hour during the 3-hour show. So stuff that used to be NXT and shit like that, that's not going to be on Mondays no more. It's going to be you guys are now actually physically wrestling on TV. So if we throw you on TV, people recognize you because you've been thrown into some storyline as either a lackey or you really trying to get the tag belt or you just somebody's bitch boy, which is still a lackey though. But
and you know what? And people
now there's a reason to watch that first hour.
The thing is this, and I was saying this like on a couple of wrestling pages on Facebook. You know how they use, and people please do not hate me when I say this. A lot of black wrestlers do not get that push anymore, except for now. Because as you see,
bro, you a year late. We done said that since the group started.
Man, we have said that since this group has started, bro. Straight
That's
up.
A dead topic.
Well, see, I'm new, so you got to give me.
Go ahead, continue.
I mean, why couldn't they give those belts a long time ago to, I hate to say him, Prime Time? But now you give it to somebody who faced John Cena, and a person who's been there for a long time who still need a good push, like Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. Why give them the Coon treatment? Oh, Jimmy, that's on bullshit.
Little Jimmy.
Wait a minute, did you say the Coon treatment?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And by the way, that was Coon with the K, by the way.
Who was that just talking?
That man said Coon with a... Wow.
Who was that just talking?
That is our newest member. What's your name, bro?
Name's Sean.
Sean, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sean. Is this your first time calling the conference?
Yes.
Okay, now, I, Mr. Young Fresh, would like to formally thank you for calling in, and now I would like to formally say, hang yourself, because like we tell everybody else, y'all can really get up this Kofi Kingston R-Truth getting the push, because it ain't happened yet, and it ain't gonna happen. So you can kill it. That goes to the whole statement that we were talking about earlier, how you can be best friends with the top guy and still never see sunshine. John Cena and R-Truth are good friends. Vince McMahon loves R-Truth, but R-Truth ain't been WWE champion not one time.
Not one time?
Not one time.
That shit.
And clubs don't cut it.
Vince McMahon is the whole reason why R-Truth even came to WWE. Vince McMahon wanted to get him. Found him and everything. Dotted line.
But first, you just said we was talking about this at Capital Punishment last year. Now, if Vince McMahon is so high on R-Truth as being the probably the darkest man I've ever seen in the WWE, then why in the hell? And by the way, I wasn't being disrespectful when I said that he was in the oven too long. I didn't say it. Anyway.
Okay. Now,
but getting to my point though.
Okay, look. Now, I'm gonna answer your question just like this. Now, you're gonna ask me why Vince McMahon is so high on him yet he has not had a title reign, right? That was pretty much where he was going.
Yes, sir.
Because it's not. If Shane McMahon
He's not
was
marketable.
That's another thing. R-Truth. What can you sell R-Truth? Like what? Like how can you market that?
I mean, come on now. And by the way, audience, I am not being racist when I say this. This motherfucker got a white motherfucking kid on his shirt. You tell me that's not marketable?
What's wrong with white kids? They little Jimmy.
Oh my God!
Hold on, because all due respect. Yeah. How many people have like
a motherfucker, dude?
Not like that little Billy. Little Jimmy.
Here's the thing, okay? You have to market to two basic demographics, okay? And when you market a person to these two demographics, they have to be relatable, they have to be likable, and they have to be profitable. Those are the three things. Hold on, let me finish. First of all, the demographic is white women. R-Truth is not relatable, he is not likable, and he is not marketable to white women. Second demographic.
Wow. Wait. Let me.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Second category is kids. Unless you are a kid of minority, R-Truth is not relatable. He's not likable, and he's not marketable. Okay? As much as we want to sit here as wrestlers, and especially as black fans who watch wrestlers, we know for a fact not everybody can understand every single thing about both Kofi and R-Truth if you ain't black. Therefore, there's stereotypical, normal, everyday society racism that's automatically going to make them not be marketable to a lot of people. So the most you can actually do is get them to mid-card status because they're going to be okay with them entertaining kids, being happy, shaking hands, showing their pearly white teeth, the whole 9 yards. They're going to be okay with that because deep in the subconscious of those of Caucasian America, that's all black folks are known to be. So you can't expect no white person to actually be okay with a chocolate black dude being a champion or being their representative. They barely don't want to even accept Obama. So what makes you think they're going to take somebody that's dark?
I heard what you just said, okay, and I hate to get pulled on the race card and everything, but at the same time, you can't hide it. So you're saying The Rock got a pass?
Oh my God! The Rock got the big. You wanna know why I say Rock got a pass? This is how The Rock got a pass. If you ever really, right there, right. If you ever listen to Rock's promo, he never talks about his black heritage as much as he talks about the fact that he's Samoan. And the Samoan heritage in wrestling runs so deep that you cannot deny where they stand.
And when you look at The Rock's career, just watch him as a mid-carder. They always reference his father. Rocky Johnson this, Rocky Johnson that. As soon as Rock slid into main event status, it was all about his grandfather and how he was the third generation High Chief Peter Maivia and all that. They quit referencing his black side once he became WWE champion because his Samoan heritage runs so deep and is marketable because everybody was a Samoan. Yokozuna, Rikishi, the Wild Samoans, like it ran so deep. They ran with it. So yeah, he got a pass because he's not all the way black.
Okay.
Made some good points. Made some good points, but it's what Tone just said. Tone said something about that white women doesn't. What you say? You said that white women doesn't really look at black wrestlers like that.
No,
they're not.
No, they don't look.
But they'd be the first one to fuck a black man, though.
That's a different story.
So you telling me that?
Chris, once again, that's following the stereotype. anybody who dates a black man out of their race, like anybody outside the African American race that dates a black guy, is all because they're following stereotypical beliefs. There's always the belief that a black man is bigger than everybody else. So, first of all, in their head, that's the first reason why they want a black man. Secondly, it can piss off their daddy. You let
black man has no type to be.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, and we don't believe him next time we in Tiny Chat to ask Tracy.
Wow. We're going to ask her in Tiny Chat. But, audience, we're going to have to cut this short. You know, we kind of ran out of time. We was going over the race card and all the other good shit. But anyway, if y'all guys would tune in to next week on Monday Night Raw, we will come back in here. I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Tone. Thank you, Fresh. Thank you, Sean. And, of course, thank you, White West from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53200. Everybody have a good night, and we will see y'all next week.
I told you to address the fucking West. Now on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.